Right then, managers, got an apprentice progress review popping up in your calendar? Good, let's talk about it. We're going to break down exactly what happens in that meeting, and more importantly, how you can make it a massive win for everyone involved. You, your apprentice, and of course, the business. Let's get cracking. Now let's be honest, I can almost hear you thinking it. Oh great, another meeting, more paperwork, just another box-ticking exercise to get through before I can get back to my actual job. And you know what? That's a fair thought.
But I want you to park that thought right there, because this meeting, it's not a chore, it's your secret weapon. Seriously, this is the moment where theory meets reality, and where you get to turn all that apprentice potential into proper, tangible business performance.
See, this isn't just some informal chinwag over a cuppa. This meeting is absolute gold dust. And the stakes? Well, they're probably a little higher than you think.
For the business, it's all about that return on investment, isn't it? Making sure you're getting real value. For your apprentice, this is huge. It's the difference between them just having a job and actually building a career. And let's not forget the public purse. We've got to show we're doing things by the book to keep everything compliant.
So, picture this. The meeting kicks off, but the first person to speak isn't you, and it isn't your apprentice, it's the coach. Think of this as their opening gambit. They're here to set the scene and tell the story of the last 10 weeks.
And they'll do this with a really tight, professional 10-minute progress report. This is no off-the-cuff waffle. It's structured, it's packed with evidence, and it's designed to give everyone a crystal clear, honest picture of exactly where things stand.
They'll cover all the bases. A quick overview, sure, but then they'll get into the nitty-gritty. How are the assignments looking? Is the portfolio on track? What about those off-the-job hours? They'll touch on attendance and engagement. Then, and this bit is key, they'll talk about how your apprentice is developing their knowledge, skills, and behaviors, the famous KSBs. And they'll wrap up by looking at their impact in your workplace.
And to make it all super clear, they'll give you something like this, a snapshot of how ready the apprentice is for their big final exam, the Endpoint Assessment, or EPA. It just boils everything down, showing you at a glance how they're progressing across their portfolio, mock exams, and everything else.
And to make it even simpler, a classic traffic light system. Red, amber, or green. Are they at risk, nicely on track, or are they absolutely flying and stretching themselves? It's dead simple. No jargon, no ambiguity, just a straight-up assessment.
So, why all this rigmarole? Well, it's simple. When a sharp-suited inspector from Ofsted walks in and asks that killer question, how do you know they're making progress? This evidence-packed 10-minute summary is our bulletproof answer.
Okay, so once the coach has laid out the facts, the spotlight swings. Now it's over to the apprentice. It's their chance to bring all that theory to life with what's actually been happening on the job. The coach will lob them a few simple but really powerful questions. Does that sound right to you? What's been your biggest win lately? And where are you feeling a bit stuck? See, this isn't a grilling. It's about getting them to take ownership and have a proper, honest chat about their journey. Which brings us to you. Right, now it's your turn. And I'm not kidding when I say this. Your contribution is the most important part of this entire meeting. You're the linchpin.
Because the million-dollar question is aimed squarely at you. Is the apprentice actually adding value? We're not just talking about finished assignments. Is their work saving the team time? Are customer feedback scores improving because of them? Are they bringing fresh ideas to the table? This is where the rubber hits the road, and your insight is what everyone needs to hear.
So a little bit of prep from you goes a very long way. Before the meeting, just jot down a few notes. Think about some real, concrete examples of where you've seen them improve. Be ready to talk about how they're using those new skills. And crucially, have a think about what real-world projects or tasks you can give them over the next 10 weeks to really bed in that learning.
And look, here's the bottom line. You really do need to speak up. For an inspector, an employer who sits there in silence is a massive red flag. Your voice is the proof that this is a real partnership, not just some course they're doing on the side.
Okay, we're on the home straight now. The final part of the meeting is all about looking to the future. We stop looking back and we start plotting the path forward. And we do that by setting some absolutely top-notch targets.
And I don't mean vague, wishy-washy stuff. We're talking proper, smart targets. You know the drill. They've got to be specific, measurable, directly linked to their knowledge, skills, and behaviors, totally integrated into their day job, and of course, have a deadline.
And the difference is night and day. Look at this. A weak target is just complete assignment. Yeah, okay, it's a tick box. But an outstanding target? Develop a cost forecast using live project data and map it to your cost management KSB by the 14th of May. Now that is a proper workplace challenge that drives real performance.
Because when all is said and done, that's the single overarching goal of this whole thing, isn't it? It's about taking all that fantastic new knowledge and turning it into something you can actually see and measure in your workplace.
So let's pull it all together. This review meeting isn't just more paperwork, it's not just a nice chat, it's a performance powerhouse. It's the engine room of the entire apprenticeship, and you, as the manager, you've got your hand right on the throttle.
So the only question left is this: are you ready to use your next review to help turn your apprentices' potential into their absolute peak performance? Go on, you know it's worth it.